So today is July 12th. It's about 10:30 in the morning, and it's time for our yearly tour of flowers. There's my hanging baskets, which is doing pretty good this year, like the verbena, two-tone, bacopa, much better than last year anyway. But this is the main attraction here, my island. See that the hydrangeas have bloomed. Pretty. The deer have been eating down there. That's why it's a little weird. It's the first year they've ever eaten hydrangea. Down here we have a dwarf smooth hydrangea. Where is it? I don't find it. It's right there. It's just on the edge of blooming. Mini roses are doing very well. This year I had 100,000 snapdragons volunteer. And there's a few of them there. They're just now starting to bloom, but they're quite pretty. Carnations. Alicia doing really well this year. One of the things that survived the frost. Chrysanthemums, Sweet William, more snapdragons, and more snapdragons. This is stone crop that's blooming, quite gratifying. Ground cover, ice plant, more snapdragons. Little African daisy snuggled in with all the snapdragons. It's not very big. Usually they'd be bigger. These are dianthus that I started from seed this year, and the deer have been chewing on them, so they haven't bloomed yet. Ice plant. Almost all the ice plants were lost in the freeze, but this is a new one. Another new one my neighbor bought me. Another one over there she bought me. Can't tell if I'm seeing that or not. Rose of Sharon, finally growing a bit, but the deer love it, so it's hard. It doesn't like the spray, so it's hard to keep it. We're working on it. The deer have been eating the hens and chickens even this year. Crazy deer just chewing on it. This is a little seed dahlia that I had in a pot, but I moved it out here. Bachelor buttons I bought a package of and spread the seeds around, so they're here and they're there. We've got some moss roses that are volunteering from 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. Gonna bloom anytime now, probably, pretty sure. Sweet William, and then my rose. It has taken spraying every other day practically, and they don't like it either, so at least not that much. But at least it's got some blooms. More blooming stone crop, which I like a lot. More dianthus. This is a different kind of dianthus. I started from seeds 3 years ago, and this is the first year they've bloomed, and they've been so pretty. Really pretty. Tanacetum almost bloomed out. I was was thinking maybe it would go to seed, but who knows. I've had some things volunteer this year, you wouldn't think. More moss roses. Bunch of them. I have not identified these yet. I don't know what they are. Everybody I talk to says leave them and see what they are, so we're gonna leave them and see what they are. Maybe asters, I don't know. Got some asters there I started from seed. Tiny, they're so tiny. Rudbeckia finally back from the big freeze, but it's not got any blooms on it yet, just buds. Back there is also a Gaillardia that is coming back. More dianthus. This guy finally getting some shell. Hardy upright fuchsia that I moved a few weeks ago. Hasn't bloomed yet, but it's got buds. Don't know if that shows up. Another ice plant. There, somewhere in there. Chrysanthemum, Potentia, Cranesbill, kind of going crazy. Looks nice. More dianthus, more snapdragons, more stonecrop, more sweet William, sun roses. These were planted 3 years ago. They're finally starting to spread a bit. More of the dianthus from seeds. More snapdragons. One tiny little lantana that was supposed to be orange. Hasn't done any growing at all. Very sad. There's a little alpine geranium in there. Barely survived the freeze. I think this is called Penstemon, and the deer love it, so it's been hard to get blooms going, but they're gonna have bloom any minute. Scabiosa, Echinacea. Echinacea went to seed last year, and I had a whole bunch of seedlings right down in here. There's another smaller Echinacea, but I pulled out the seedlings and put them over there. So this is my new project this year. Little snapdragons, a climbing rose. Climbing rose is called America. It's kind of a coral color. Got buds right now, no blooms. And then the little echinaceas that I hope will close enough to fill in when they get bigger. They should be good, I think. There's my dolphins, taking forever and ever to grow. I don't know if that shows up at all, but we do have a dorsal fin this year. Little wisteria is doing well, although I'm so disappointed it's white when it blooms. It was supposed to be purple. And that's a little seed dahlia in front of it that survived the winter.